Hello Reds, welcome along to All for United.
Yes, guys, how's it going? Welcome back to All for United. Yes, you know you're not seeing things. I'm actually on your screen for one.
Oh my god!
No. This is All for United. No content on this because I made it. Joining me today are Benny, slabhead without the beard for some reason, Stu, and some United stand scumbag. I'm joking. What is he doing? What is he doing? This is why you were sacked, Joe.
I believe the press release it was a differing of opinion. Okay. Yes. We have to show United front, Kartik. Stu, I think you'll appreciate it. I don't know if you will, Ben. But like I pour out Guinness from a can into a pint glass the right way. Okay.
Right? Yeah.
And no. Okay. Therefore, we have to have the discussion, Stu. So, what's your way of doing it?
Well, you don't pour it out of a can anyway because you don't drink Guinness out of a can.
Okay, Stu.
Let's be clear about that.
Look, I'm still in okay.
I do it in three stages. I do it in three quarterly kind of. That's how I do it. So a little bit.
3 quarters was that, Stu?
Well, no, not 3 quarters, but so I pour.
He pours out the last bit for his homies that have fallen.
Yeah,
his homies.
Usually about 3 pours normally. That's how I try and do it.
Yeah, but that's a nice way of doing it too. I would say it's the wrong way of doing it. Okay, the way to do it correctly. No, I thought I would go to you as a connoisseur of beer that upsets me most of the time. But like the way to do it properly. It is.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Yeah.
In a Guinness glass, I wanted noted. Sorry.
Yeah.
There we go. It's just boom, put it in.
Other beverages are available.
Not my house. Yeah, just that's all you pour it in, top down. When I'm doing the next one in about 20 minutes, I'll show you how to do it properly.
20 minutes. That's a bit long.
If you pour it in threes,
I need to get as many drinks to get through the show as possible. You know.
Yeah. If you pour it in threes, once you get your head level, it kind of stays. Every time it settles, it kind of stays. So.
You'll be seeing it. You'll be seeing this.
Yeah, I'll try that.
Yeah.
Right, I know this show's not meant to have any sort of structure to it. Well, that was weird as fuck.
That was loads of structure in that. That was all about structuring a pint. I really don't know what I could have done different in it. Okay.
Fair play. Welcome to the 46 of you absolute normal people who aren't watching.
45 now. He just lost one there.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. It's one person just decided to fuck off when I started speaking. To all of you who aren't watching Eurovision, because who gives a fuck? Hammer. Right. Okay, then let's take some bets. How long does my internet last?
Yeah. Oh, I'm surprised it's gone this long, to be honest.
That was this guy. That's right. You know what? If you know, it's just comedy, isn't it? Right. What was the point of the show then? Hang on. Let me read the banner. What are we meant to be doing? Oh, best moments of the season. Right. Okay.
DJ
what we're doing? Sorry. Hang on a minute. I've not even asked yet. What are we all drinking? We know what fucking Joe's drinking.
Budweiser. What the fuck is wrong with you, Connor?
Fuck off.
Fucking Budweiser. No one ever drinks Budweiser unless they're forced.
Do you know what? I get this off my mates all the time. Oh, you're drinking piss water.
You're right to be bullied.
Andy. Connor, what was your first clue then about changing it?
Well, it's nice. What's wrong with
it? Interest.
To be fair, when he looks like that, I'm not surprised he drinks it.
I mean, you can go for something
He's had a bad beard day. He's lost all his beard there enough to come down too far.
I can pass for 16.
Drinking a pale ale, Monument Valley.
Ooh, that sounds. Oh, I've had that before. I think very nice.
Yeah, it is lovely.
Yeah, it's a good pale ale.
Yeah, it's a bit cloudy, which is good. So it's a good ale.
There's Cardi.
Benny and I are on the council.
We're on the council pop today. I've got a Batman cup. I don't know if you can see it though.
Oh, jealous.
Batman.
No,
I don't, Ben. I would avoid the theme music. We don't have the rights for it.
Yeah, so other superheroes are available.
Yeah. We have the rights to sing the Green Lantern theme song. If anyone knows that, I don't believe he has it. Yeah, it's I'm the Green Lantern and here I am. I have yet to be associated with the DC universe, so yeah, it kind of runs off a bit there.
DC, if you do want to sponsor us, please do.
Please do.
It would be a very, very proud moment of mine.
I'll write the
Marvel
theme
Studios, if you want to sponsor us, we'll start talking about Spider-Man. Sure.
I don't think it takes a lot for you to talk about Spider-Man, to be fair.
That's a good point.
Who's your favourite?
Right.
Who's your favourite?
What do you mean who's my favourite?
Tobey Maguire.
Tom Holland.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, there's only one right answer.
there's only one Spider-Man.
Oh, you're going to say Peter Parker.
Don't say that. Don't say that. There's 3 different Spider-Man.
That's technically not true.
And that's only taken in the film series.
Well, when I know there was kind of the Amazing Spider-Man. There's something
Why are we talking about
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man?
and there's something else Spider-Man.
Okay, Stu,
Spider-Man.
You're gone full dad here. I know there's the Amazing Spider-Man, and then there's something Spider-Man, then there's something else Spider-Man.
He's fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah, just throw a 442 in there and you're sorted.
Yeah, 4 fucking 2.
No, I was a Shoot magazine.
Shoot
magazine.
Sorry,
it's match all the way.
The Indian in me thought you said truth then.
No,
To be fair, Shoot was a decent magazine back in the day, though, before it went kiddified.
You know, that's where you used to get all your main posters for your bedroom wall. Really,
see, I was the match generation.
Me too.
Yeah,
Match was good, though. Match was good. At 99p, you got a massive match magazine.
I never used to buy them. I just used to go to Sainsbury's with my mum and just read them while they were doing the shopping.
Sorry, I thought you were Match Attacks, not Match Attacks.
Oh, those are sick. I still have 100 Club Wayne Rooney somewhere.
Do you?
100 Club Wayne Rooney. Speaking of that, did anyone do the Premier League sticker album this year?
No, I haven't done it in years. I used to fucking love it.
I've still got a few parts.
Neil, have you never watched this show? Bloody hell. 90 minutes. Yeah,
I remember 90 minutes. Yeah.
Wait, Kartik, hold on for 1 second. There's an echo. Someone's listening through the earphone. Not through the earphones. Or maybe it's Kartik's mic. Is it Kartik's fault? It's Kartik's fault. It's fucking Kartik's fault.
Is it me?
It was you.
Right, okay, I'm sorry.
Bollocks, yeah. It was you.
Right, before Ben, oh shit.
Back. Who knew that it was going to be not the internet this time? Yeah. That's better. Okay. Yeah. No.
I've got headphones on, so it can't be me.
I've got headphones as well. Oh my God! It's you. Oh, Mr. Reliable.
It can't be me.
Is it him? Yes, it is fucking you, Stu.
It is fucking Stu.
Right, leave and come back.
I can't believe
Put
that.
yourself out, Stu. Right, sorry. Ben's gonna have me sacked. I'm pretty sure he doesn't like this show. Actually, in reality, I'm pretty sure he hates this show.
Oh my God! It is you! It is you!
Unless it's Benny.
Unless it's me, because it's always something at my end. Could be me. Is it me?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna be Benny. It's Benny.
Is it me? Yeah.
Oh.
This show is going absolutely mental. Right, we're gonna play Guess Who Got the Echo. Right, it's Ben.
It's Ben. Yeah, we can confirm it's Ben.
Right, Benny, sort yourself out and come back. Bye. Right, and now there's 3. Now there's 3. Right, I need to read the title of the show before Ben sacks me. Right,
he can't sack you. He's no one left.
We're talking best moments of the season.
Yeah.
It's not yet arrived, so I'm not going to answer this question.
Yeah, that's true.
I refuse to, because the best moments of the season is going to be winning the Europa League Championship of the World.
Yes.
But for sake of discussion, we can discuss maybe so far. Thank you, Neil. The best part of the show is the echoes. Thank you.
Fucking hell, I should be surprised he's being surly.
And a decent start here, Yasin, if that's how you say his name. Best moment for me was when we beat Burnley to go first. That was a good game.
Yeah, no.
I mean, that month in general was a good month because
That was a good month.
we thought we were going to win the league, didn't we?
Well, it's not like anyone proclaimed it continuously without like a locomotive like off the rails. You know, I don't think anyone did that.
I don't know what you're on about.
Yeah, I have no idea either. I think it was Temi.
Yeah,
it was quite Temi.
I mean, there is an argument to say that a certain win in a certain French capital was a good night, but I also said some questionable things that night, and it ends up on an intro of our show. So you know what? That intro is going to look so stupid until the day we actually win the Champions League, and then everyone's going to look at it and go, "Fucking hell, he was ahead of the lot."
Yeah, well, I wouldn't hold on to it that close. I think it looks stupid enough anyway because Ollie's in it. But that's like
Jesus Christ!
No, let's be honest. It's weird.
He's leaving. He doesn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't care. To be fair, Ollie probably doesn't even watch the show. He's probably still trying to get on it. I shouldn't have said that.
I'm having no part in this.
I'm seeing a lot of shouts for goals, like specific goals of the season. Maybe we should split this into sort of two. So we'll go favorite game first.
Do I work all right without?
Yeah,
it wasn't you at all, Stu. It wasn't your fault at all.
Sorry, Stu. You're asking if you work. We don't have contact with your wife. Sorry.
Yeah. Fucking typical. Cheers, lad.
Hey, you're the one who was saying you were flaccid before.
Yes. Well, no, placid.
Right, we're talking favourite games to start with, and then we'll go into favourite goals. So, Joe, your favourite game of the season, what would it be so far?
Favourite game? I think just because people know my disdain for a certain ex-manager, so I think beating Spurs to get Jose the sack was very, very high up there for me. And like I used to always kind of really like Spurs because they never really threatened to do anything, and when they were threatening like to win the title, we were so out of it that it meant nothing to us at all. So like where they've gone to where they are now has been probably up there with the most despised club with how they treat their fans. To see them kind of really fall off a cliff from hiring Jose to like to getting them sacked under with Ollie beating them, and then with them losing the League Cup final the following week later, like with a 16-year-old in charge. I just think all those combinations together leads me to go, fuck them, and it's hilarious. I don't understand. Okay, I know it's a United show, but like how is Daniel Levy so out of touch with the fans when he grew up? He wasn't a wealthy guy. I think he wasn't a wealthy man. He was a Spurs fan his entire life. How can he be so out of touch and be charging £60 a ticket, having them up in the gods, having the advertising boardings on the seats, so they're the ones that are seen there. I realize you're hemorrhaging money, but like of all the owners you would expect to be the best, who would give the most out of the top six, and I don't include Arsenal in the top six, I barely include Spurs. You would imagine he would be the one that you could lay your hat on that would care about the fans first. But he was probably like Glazers obviously are the worst, but like he's doing a good show for being second, I would say. The second worst.
Imagine paying 60 quid to go watch Spurs.
Imagine supporting Spurs in the first place. I mean, and then everything that comes with that.
Well, I personally think that the only reason he's done all that, I mean, I know why are we speaking about Spurs, I don't know, but we're doing it. It's probably because of the stadium. He wants to pay off the thing for the stadium, doesn't he? So he
but like
justifies it with that.
Well, I would say every so often you kind of have to go, look, let's give the fans something. We kind of fucked them over. Let's give them this one thing at the end of the season. But then, like, against who was it against? I don't know. Who, like, and they're losing Harry Kane now. We're not getting the Harry Kane for anyone who's praying for that. Yeah.
Probably not.
But that's my favourite moment. Sorry, that's my favourite game. It has to be just because fuck Jose.
Fair play. Connor, your favourite game?
Yeah, I'm torn between two.
You've not scored this season, have you, in the league?
He has.
No, he has against Newcastle.
Yeah, he popped
Is that your favourite game then?
No, I'm afraid not. I'm torn between.
It's not the Villa game anyway.
I'm torn between two. It's either City away because the performance is probably up there, one of the best that we've done, certainly against the top six. Felt like we actually controlled the game for for parts of it, although McTominay and Fred were a bit shaky. But either that or, like Joe just said, that Spurs game, I remember it so well. I was away with work at the time. We're using some shitty Premier Inn Wi-Fi, whatever Premier Inn I think it was.
Oh, the hotels are available.
watching, and it was such a frustrating game. Obviously, what happened with Son, they were diving all over the place. Mourinho was just being an arse. So,
did you see? Sorry, Connor, for interrupting. Did you see that John Terry came out with an interview like yesterday or the day before with like the level of shithousery that Jose brought to Chelsea?
Yeah,
and it was actually in his second spell. He said himself and Gary Cahill were told to, with 5 minutes left to go, if we're 1-0 up, to go down at the same time. Yeah. Because both players can't be taken off, but one of them will have to be forced off, but two of them can't be. Like, the man is a scumbag, without saying. And like, if there was any manager that was a sociopath, it's him. And sorry, I just hate him. I'll keep going back to that. Sorry, Connor, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, no, I've got nothing more to add. It was just such a frustrating game, and to win that game in the circumstance we did, obviously that Cavani and Greenwood played well when he came on, and just to turn that around, because I think that's one of the most, bar Tottenham earlier in the season and bar the Palace game and so on, that was probably one of the most frustrating games I've watched this season, just because of how Tottenham were playing. So to win that game is probably it was a release. I'm going to have to say that Spurs one,
yeah.
It's 2 votes for Spurs. A lot of love for that game. That was a good game, to be fair. And I love Cavani's celebration after his goal as well. It was just like, oh, you sexy bastard. Speaking of sexy bastards, Stu, what was your?
I thought you'd come back to me there.
For me, Southampton away.
Away?
That was great.
That's where we really witnessed the birth of Cavani at Manchester United. We obviously knew what Cavani's strengths were. He's scored goals for fun, hadn't he, at Napoli and at PSG. But we really witnessed what it was like to have a proper number 9 back in the 11, which we hadn't had for quite a while, really. And I made a point about his first goal, and I've always made a point about it. And I still maintain today, no other striker no other player within our squad would have popped that one away, because he was on the move 2 or 3 seconds before anyone else. And the cross in for the fight, for the third and the winning goal, I think it was 90 plus 4, was it? Something like that. Pinpoint cross. Only Cavani could have put that away. I just remember thinking, wow, we've got a number 9 again. How a number 9 should play. How I always remember an Andy Gray type player. Somebody who put his head in there, forget the boots, doesn't give a damn, he'd stick his head in there. I just remember thinking that's great. And then he went after that, he kind of went through his weird patch, didn't he? Got injured. And then he kind of got disillusioned, potentially, if it's true what we hear. And then all of a sudden he's come back to the Cavani that was back in November. So it's been a tale of two halves for him. But for me,
sorry, I was just wondering on the fact that we have Cavani, and look, he's got a year under his belt now, kind of getting over the injury he's had in March, which is still remarkably kind of close to now. How much do we expect to see him play next season? Is he our starting striker?
Well, for me, I would, because you've got the thing about the Premier League, and the thing about football in general, actually, is you've got to have guile. Yeah. And guile comes with experience and age, and I'm well placed to talk about that because I'm experienced and I've aged exceptionally well, and I've got a lot of guile. But
football, don't look at the comments, too.
Yes, but in football, actually, know-how and knowledge of the game is far more important sometimes than skill. It really is, because know-how and knowledge, positional sense, can win you a game of football just like that in a split second. I know people are having a pop at Ruben Diaz, and I don't think he should have been the Football Writers Player of the Year. I don't. But when you look at his know-how and his positional sense, forget everything else about him, you can see why. Because from a central defensive point of view, he's always there. He's always available to block it. Marquinhos is very, very similar at PSG. Jaap Stam was great for us. Rio Ferdinand was great. Pallister and Bruce are brilliant. It's all about know-how.
Eric Bailly's great.
Prime Rio.
There's video evidence of you calling him Prime Rio, Stu. You can't get out of it now.
The internet
So let me explain that.
Don't explain it.
Yeah, we prefer no explanations. We prefer a soundbite which we can tack you on every time.
Yes. This is for the soundbite show. I'm going to get absolutely nailed on that.
That's for the out of context of United.
But anyway, my point being is Cavani off his goal. So I think, Joe, I would play more often than not, and there's an absolute craving in our fan base, isn't there, for Greenwood to eventually fill a number 9 role. He is.
Here he goes.
Yeah, he's light years away from that at the minute. And if you actually watch Cavani, and you're all joking aside, you all love the game, and you all understand the game. You all understand about segment play. Cavani's an absolute fucking master of segment play. 2 steps, 3 steps, stop, run, stop.
It's a tango, isn't it?
Yeah, probably. But sometimes if you watch Cavani, he'll stand still when an attack's progressing, and then suddenly, bang! He just knows, he can sense it. And so for me, Cavani, and I always thought that was the birth of Cavani. I'm going to shut the fuck up now because I'm getting fucking ripped here. Benny, come to my rescue, old friend. Come on.
Oh, fucking, I love it.
Right, before we go to Benny's favourite game, I did want to ask, I'm curious to know, comments as well, get involved. How many of your favourite moments, maybe not the favourite moment, how many of your favourite moments of the season that you think back and go, oh, you know what, I love that day, I love that day, I love that day. How many of them involve Edinson Cavani?
Yeah.
Probably all of them.
Yeah, quite a lot. He's just got that presence, hasn't he?
He's just not Mason Greenwood, is he? That's
why.
why.
No, he's not. He's got that presence. I think there are certain players that strike a bit of fear into central defenders because you're going to have a nightmare of a game for 90 minutes because he's going to punish you, he's going to drag you around, he's going to elbow you, he's going to be annoying, he's going to be like a little gnat just biting at you and tapping at you all the time. And Cavani's one of those, and I think he's one of those players. And I'm not going to put any other player alongside him. He's one of those players that gets you off your seat. Every time he gets near the ball in the 6-yard area, you're off your seat because you're waiting for that Cavani goal, and then the old Cavani sign. So for me, that was by far the one. Sorry, Benny. I've eaten into your time, pal.
I always think it's worse that we just didn't get him when we were supposed to. Before Napoli and before PSG. And I know it's an interesting factor which we're kind of forgetting about. Like next season, kind of this season was supposed to be, but next season definitely is the make or break for Martial. I think it's great. And look, if he comes into form, we've got Cavani with all the experience. We know we can do it if he's called upon. We've Martial, who again we know he can do it, but it's very sparingly when he does. I still don't understand Temi's undying love for him. And then Greenwood, of course, is coming through. Like there was plenty of goals there if we're firing all cylinders. And I do think that's why we need Sancho more than anyone else to really unlock that, to really put the chance on the plate for these players. So it'd be very interesting.
I think just next season might be make or break, or maybe it's already broken. Who knows? We'll see. Benny, favorite game of the season?
I think a couple of people have beat me to it in the comments, but it'd be the Leeds United when we smashed them 6-2 at home, and even Lindelof and Dan James scored. But people that know me know my absolute hatred for Leeds United.
You do fucking hate Leeds. You absolutely hate Leeds.
Hang on, someone else hates Leeds, don't they?
Oh, is it a certain?
He's in the comments, and he missed
Cue Mr. Burton's comment. Come on in.
Come on, Neil.
Go on, Neil.
I don't think I'll watch anymore. Carry on.
But just for them to wait so long to play us and get absolutely smashed at Old Trafford for the first chance they get of coming up against us in a long time in a Premier League game anyway. It was just glorious, mate. You know, I fucking loved every single minute of that. I loved every single goal. Even Victor Lindelof, man, who I sometimes I'm a bit critical of, but not sometimes, near enough all the time. But
every day you are.
But it was just one of those games, mate. And you know, it's always nice when you hammer your rivals, though. To be fair, it probably wasn't the most. It wasn't probably the best performance of the season by us. Probably far from it. To be fair, I think Leeds themselves were pretty poor in that game. But take nothing away from the fact that we absolutely slapped them, bitch slapped them.
Benny, don't forget, like for fucking weeks afterwards, like you would have swear it's the opposite way around, the way people just loved Bielsa for losing 6-2.
Absolutely,
yeah. Here's a question for everyone: like, is a great performance, hammering a team? Is it a 6-2 over Leeds? Is it a 9-0 over Southampton? Or is it when you beat Man City 2-0 away from home? Is it when you beat a better team like PSG 2-1 away?
Do you know something? The 9-0, Joe and lads, it doesn't mean anything anymore because we did that to Ipswich. We were the first to pop 9 Ipswich in the Premier League. And Southampton have been done 9-0 by Leicester, hadn't they? So it's a bit of a non-event.
If we got 10 that night, it would have been an event.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right. And I wish we had. I wish we'd gone for that juggling and gone for 10.
I think Ollie wanted us to.
Yeah, no, I think he did. Yeah. But going back to that Leeds game where Benny was, it was almost a comedy of errors from Leeds, wasn't it? Because
it was. That's why I said the performance wasn't the best, especially from Leeds. But it's that bitch slapping, You can't.
It's how you strangle the opposition, isn't it? And for one, this season, the only time this season, and this is why I say about the 9-0. I don't put this in there. It's the only time where we strangled an opposition, and literally got them on the ropes and beat the shit out of them. And we never did that again, did we? Throughout the rest of the games.
Even still, though, we looked shaky in that game. I mean, we were like 4-0 up, and we still looked like we could.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It wasn't like
it was such a weird game, wasn't it?
But
strange game.
Well, we're taking a break. Stu, I'm going to show you how to pour a proper pint of
Go on, then show me. Yeah.
Here we go.
Right, hang on a minute.
Can you see it?
One thing I would say about the game, I thought Rafinha was fucking outstanding.
Hang on. I need to tweet it first. Hang on.
Sorry.
Okay.
Go on, Joe.
I can't believe he's got it in a can.
Hang on.
Well said, Connor. Well said.
Do you know when you pour this, does it have to be on a chair as well?
No, it's only so I can demonstrate accurately. Okay.
Right, I've tweeted it. You're now on full screen. It shows how to pour a pint, Joseph.
Okay. It's from a can. I would agree it should be from a pint glass, not from this one. I mean from a tap.
Oh, what am I watching?
You're watching All for United Uncut, Carthy. That's what you're watching, right?
Apparently, I'm hosting it.
Apparently.
Guys, you're missing the technique.
What, you're not telling us anything. You're doing it.
Yeah, that's not much technique, is it? Just turn a can upside down.
I could do that.
No, you can't, because now you have to wait for it to settle. And you'll notice that Stu was saying that this isn't the way to do it. And you'll see it come together now to make a perfect pint. So you're welcome, everyone.
Actually, you got a decent.
Hang on a minute. There was zero tech. All you did was turn it upside down and hold it.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what it's to. That's what you have to do to it. That's the skill.
When you go to a pub, and Joe will know this. When you go to a pub and you go for Guinness, it's poured in 3 stages.
Yeah.
And it settles for 2 minutes, give or take.
All right, to code. All right, it'll settle itself. Okay.
And I've been known, and I will watch and I will wait. And if it doesn't settle right, I won't have it because Guinness is it's pure, isn't it, Joe? It's pure.
Yes, that's proper Derby behaviour. That.
Yeah,
there we go. And that's why I respect them. And okay, there's a bit of a head on it, but again, it's from a can.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I
mean, Connor's got a bit of a head on him. It's fine.
In fairness, Connor, it was your own fault for being here, I guess.
You got the haircut. It's your fault.
Cheers, lads.
Is that what next time I go to the barber, should I just ask for a Harry Maguire and see what they say?
Yeah. And they'll go, I thought you were Harry Maguire.
Yeah, I was going to say, he'll say,
that's why we kept taking photographs of you.
Ask for an autograph.
It makes a change, to be fair, because it is a story for you. So about 4 years ago or so, when I was waiting for we were meeting some of the players outside Old Trafford. It was United Arsenal under Van Gaal, actually. That 3-2 game where he slipped on his arse, yeah.
where we played the under-17s.
The security guard actually called Herrera over because he kept saying, "Oh, you look like Ander Herrera." No, I don't, by the way, and I didn't back then. But he actually called Herrera over, and when he came over, Herrera pointed at Mata and got Mata over as well. He said, "Oh, let's have a look." And I've actually got a picture of us side by side because Herrera wanted us to take a picture together. I'll see if I can dig out the picture.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah, that sounds like Porky Pies right there.
Hang on a minute, right? I don't need your picture. I'll do it in my fashion, right?
I don't look like him. I never said it. It was the security.
Hang on a minute, right? We'll do it in typical All for United fashion.
Oh
right?
yes.
There's only one way of settling this.
There is.
I need to make sure I'm picking the right picture here. Right, okay, there we go.
Oh God!
See it settle. It's a lot nicer head now. Okay,
Benny, you're going to get Billy Gibbons tonight, mate.
Oh, fuck this again. I had Maguire next to me last.
Where is it? I've even found a picture that lets you do it like this. Right, move to the left. Right, how does that look anywhere similar?
It doesn't, does it? It
well,
really doesn't.
You're both white males, I guess.
Yeah, that's about the only thing.
Yeah.
Get one of Billy Gibbons up, Carth. They can put Benny by him.
Billy Gibbons?
Yeah, just honestly, Google Billy Gibbons, ZZ Top. You'll know what I'm talking about.
Oh my God! Yes, I knew what you were talking about.
Sorry, Benny. We've all had it.
Yes, all right, lad.
Benny, do you have any
You know I love you, dude.
I don't have any sunglasses to hand. I've only got my readers, mate, because I can't see shit without them.
Right, that's fine.
Sunglasses in my car.
Ooh.
All right, hang on. I do hope Ben's not watching this show. I don't know how I'm allowed to still host these things. Right, hang on. Billy Gibbons. Right, I've got a picture. Let's pull it up now. There we go. Right, where are you, Benny? Let's get you on the screen.
Come on, Benny. Oh, look at that.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yes. Yes, my idol, that.
Brilliant.
What is in that hat? That's my question.
do you want to know the worst one?
What?
Who I look like? I look like Timothy McVeigh.
Who?
The Oklahoma City bomber.
Whoa, I'm not putting up a picture of that. No, we're not doing that.
But it's very annoying because people are like, "Oh, really?" And then I see it, and it's like, "Oh yeah, it's the worst one of the whole world."
It's uncanny.
Yeah.
Right, we've been sidetracked. I need to get us back on topic before someone sacks me. Hang on, fucking hell. The head on that Guinness is bigger than Harry Maguire's.
It's gone now. Look, it's fixed. It's gone out.
It's better, man. Look, it's better.
You're getting a lot of stick for that pint. That's all I'm saying. Right, we're going on to, let's go favourite goals then. Oh, hang on a minute. I didn't even say my favourite game.
We are fine with that.
You know what? I'm going to be brave, and I'm going to say my favourite game was beating PSG away because I truly felt that in that moment we were going to win the UEFA Champions League.
It showed that we could beat anyone. Yeah.
And then the next game we went and beat Leipzig, and I was like, we're definitely winning it twice in the same season.
Yeah.
And what happened after that? It doesn't matter.
Fucking whatever they're called. They got relegated this season.
Not
not Besiktas. Yeah, not Besiktas. Galatasaray or Fenerbahce.
So yeah, my favourite game would be PSG away, simply because Marcus Rashford again just shitting on PSG. That's why.
Knocking Liverpool out of the cup as well.
Sorry?
Knocking Liverpool out of the cup as well was always nice.
That was a good game as well.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we have a particularly good record against them in the FA Cup.
No, we have a great record against them in the FA Cup. We've lost once in
FA
80 years.
Cup we've got, yeah.
Is it in the cup that we... Oh, I don't know though. I don't know what I'm thinking. I saw a stat somewhere. I had a stat somewhere. Anyway, favourite goals then. Joseph, give us your top three because there's going to be loads.
Oh, fuck. Okay, Newcastle. It was Bruno's goal, wasn't it, against Newcastle?
Yeah. Oh, the team one. I think they won the actual club goal of the season as well.
Yeah, Cavani's against Fulham. And, do you know, I really love Cavani's header against Roma as well in the second leg. Do you know it just Bruno just took them apart and he was just basically on his own. And when you look at him he is just not going to ever miss a header. As well with the header against Southampton too. I think the one Bruno scored against Everton, I know it was a great goal, but I think there is better goals. That one, our goal of the season, but there have been better goals than that. But I would say Cavani's header against Roma. What was the other two I said? The Newcastle team goal and.
So you're putting the Cavani one first, are you?
Cavani, I'll put the Fulham goal first.
The Fulham, okay, no, yeah, that's fair.
The latest Fulham goal.
Yeah,
the most recent Fulham goal.
Yeah.
And you've put in which one second?
I'll put the team goal second.
Okay, interesting.
And the glancing header third.
That Newcastle one though, that was wasn't that the one where we brought on Van der Beek and all that, and we had them all on the same pitch? Yeah. And it was it was almost like we were watching an almost sneak peek of what we want to be next season. And it was like, hang on a minute, this is it. We haven't seen it a lot, and we've seen a few goals that are similar, or bits of play that are similar. And one could argue that maybe if we had a better striker, we might see more goals like that. But definitely that was a beautiful goal. Connor, your top 3 goals of the season. I find out here your own goal in there.
Well, yes.
Well, no, I'm ruling that one out before you start on that train. But I'm going to go. I think the obvious one is Cavani, the recent one against Fulham. Just because it was in front of fans as well. I think that made it a bit more special in front of the Stretford end. First game in front of fans for United. It was just, the goal speaks for itself. I'm going to go with an outsider for second, and say Luke Shaw against City away, because Luke Shaw was playing so well up until that point, and to get the goal, it almost epitomised his season up to that point. Yeah. And I was so happy for him to get a goal at that point, because he really deserved one after the performances. So I'm going to put Luke Shaw's one against City in second. And I think the third one is Bruno's free kick against Liverpool to knock Liverpool out of the FA Cup back in January, February, whenever it was. Just because that game was so... for 20 minutes we were good, then Liverpool were good, and it was a bit all over the place. And then for a Bruno free kick to knock them out, the salt was well and truly there for Liverpool fans, wasn't it? It had to be a Bruno set piece that they were complaining was controversial or whatever. I don't even care.
Who
cares?
Yeah, I'm going to put that one in third. But yeah, Cavani, Fulham, Shaw against City, and Bruno against Liverpool.
I love how we're all just choosing league goals. I don't think there's... I know Joe chose the Roma header. Was it the Roma header that you chose?
Yeah, the header against Roma in the second leg.
Yeah, so there's not a lot of big I can't think of many European goals that were brilliant. Interesting. Stu, top 3 goals of the season. What do you reckon?
Yeah, well, I'm going Pogba Burnley.
Is that the?
That's the outside. That's the edge of the area. Ball played down. I think it was Fernandez. Ball plays it in from the.
Yes. I remember that one.
And then Pogba calls it in.
Is that the one on his left foot?
No, it was his right, wasn't it? I can't.
I swear that was his left. And he kills it top left.
Was his one on his left? That was against Fulham away.
That was Fulham, yeah.
Okay.
Right is Burnley. Yeah. Actually, this is going to surprise you because of my hatred of McFred. But I'm going to go with McTominay's first goal against Leeds.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Lovely strike. And I'm going to go with Connor. I'm going completely left field. And I'm going to go with the forgotten goal of our Premier League season. And that was Donny van der Beek's one
against Palace.
Crystal Palace.
On his debut.
Yeah, because
that's not the goal of this. That's not your favourite goal.
Yeah, me man DVB. Me man DVB. So come on, DVB. Third favourite.
Clap as well.
Who's got an agenda for Donny van der Beek?
I think Donny's ace. So yes, that would be my.
That's got to be the worst goal out of everything that anyone.
I can't remember it now. I'm going to YouTube it.
It was a bit of a. It wasn't the best goal at all. Yeah, it wasn't the best goal.
Are you trying to find the goal?
No, if I've got to remove DVB, but I'd like to. Because everybody forgets about DVB.
He's not a number 9, Stu.
No,
doesn't count.
But I tell you where I did, and I'll replace it with Rashford's 93rd minute goal, 2nd minute goal against Wolves. We beat them 1-0.
That was a deflection, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a deflection.
It was a massive deflection.
Yeah, but goals aren't about how they go in.
Getting that target.
It's all about the elation.
Yeah, the best goal is though.
I'll remember that when Mason Greenwood scores a 90th minute winner against whoever.
Look,
and then you're like, "Oh, that's not a number 9's goal."
I can pick what I want, and I'm picking those.
You can have your Van der Beek goal. Joe, are you watching it right now? Is it any good?
No, it wasn't. It was terrible.
Why did you call the season shout then?
Because he's my man. It's Donny. You leave Donny alone.
Agenda.
Yeah.
Right, Ben, your 3 favourite goals.
Well, the Cavani one against Fulham just recently, that's goal of the season for me.
Obviously.
Pogba against Fulham, I think someone already beat me to it in the comments.
That's a good shout.
When he bent it in. I think that one was the left-footed one.
That was left-footed, yeah.
The one that I'm going to go for, which I think people might have forgotten about, all right, it wasn't spectacular, was Greenwood against West Ham away. I know Stu might not agree with that, but I just thought the way he took that goal was.
I don't even remember that one.
It was from a Tellers pass, wasn't it? Is that what I'm thinking of?
If I remember correctly, mate, yeah.
Tellers? When did he play?
Well, you forgot, Benny. You've forgotten Donny van der Beek's bobble against Crystal Palace.
I literally can't find the goal. Hold on.
The Van der Beek goal.
I genuinely can't find it.
Yeah, it's nothing special, but it's nice.
Stop saying it's the best goal ever. Give me a second.
Well, it is. Leave him alone.
Okay, I found.
I just said about that Greenwood one, but the technique that Greenwood used inside the box was
Pogba against West Ham as
is
well.
That
do you know what I just remembered? I remembered De Gea saved the penalty against, because I have to rewatch all the highlights now. But De Gea saved the penalty against Zaha and had to be retaken because it came off the line.
And someone else took it for him.
He did. Yeah, who took it?
No, Zaha took it. And
was it I?
Zaha took it. It had to get retaken.
You missed it. Yeah, somebody else took it.
Jordan Ayew took it.
That's it. Because I remember.
Or was it the other way around?
I can't remember, but I remember listening to it because I was out somewhere, and I thought to myself, "How And there is no rule to say that you can't do that, but it didn't seem right to me. If you miss a spot kick, you miss it. You got to retake it. Why can you get someone else to take it?
It's so annoying. He's half an inch off the fucking line. It is Jordan. It's Ayew, yeah. And then Zaha takes it. Fucking bastard.
And nothing was.
And that Donny van der Beek goal isn't good.
No, I know it isn't. But he scored. He scored. Come on.
Benny's shout, actually, Greenwood against West Ham, those are the 2 goals in that game. The Rashford chip over Fabianski for the 3rd goal and the Pogba goal to equalise as well. I'm just watching that. They were brilliant.
I forgot about a Pogba goal against West Ham, I think you put it in the comments.
Outside the box.
Yes, it was John. I had to put me readers on.
Scarred again.
Let's see.
I was just trying to do an Aston the potato. Is the Greenwood one against West Ham? Is that the one where is that what I'm thinking of?
Tellers kind of chipped into him. He took a touch to the right. It was like quite a heavy touch, and it was across the goal.
Which one is the one where he rolls the defender and puts it in near post?
That was recent.
Yeah, which one is that?
Villa.
Was it Villa? Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Villa, wasn't it? It was what's his name? Mings, wasn't it? Did he roll Mings?
Yeah, he rolled.
Yeah,
Mings.
he rolled Mings. Yeah. I gave him some credit for that as well.
You did
that? Was it a number 9 style of goal? That's because I added you on Twitter.
No, I kind of give him a bit of credit, and then I went on to say that is why he'll never be a number 9 because he scored that.
Because he can roll a centre back and get a shot off at the near post and finish it. He'll never be a number 9 in.
He cuts in from the right. He is
rolling a defender that's bigger and stronger than you and putting it away with one such finish. Bloody hell! It's number 9.
It's only Tyrone Mings, isn't it?
Actually sounds like a number 9 to me. If I be honest.
The only thing that was missing was the actual number 9 on his shirt, Stu.
Yeah. And Martial's got that, the bastard.
Well, what was he doing cutting in from the fucking right then? Why wasn't he in the 6-yard box where
he was playing on the right wing, Stu?
His domain is the 12 yards to the fucking goal line. That is his domain.
Stu, you sound like you got an agenda. Twitter people are going to be after you after this.
God, everyone's after me on Twitter.
No, I'm going to tweet it as well.
No, don't tweet it because I'll get a view.
You deserve it. Stu Woolley is back again with his Mason Greenwood agenda.
Stu,
Yes.
speaking of strikers, were you surprised? This has gone way off now, but Teddy Sheringham, obviously turned his entire United career around when he scored in the FA Cup final and the Champions League final. Were you surprised that he was went on to be the main man? About 2 years later, he was our top goal scorer in the league in the year 2000, I think it was.
No, it wasn't. Teddy had an ability to be what I call a timeless player. He got a really good first touch. He was never quick, but he got a vision. And he was able to, a little bit like Cavani, but he's able to see things. A bit languid like Berbatov. He was many ways a Berbatov ahead of his time, so to speak, if that makes a bit of sense. But Teddy started off, you have to bear in mind, Teddy started off at a real tough place at Millwall. And, he learned his trade well. He's a really good header of the football. But he got a bit of a natural instinct. So, no, I wasn't surprised, really.
Yeah, because he was only going to leave at the end of that season. Then, literally.
So, why has no one said Bruno against
I did bring it up.
What was that, sorry?
Yeah.
Bruno against Everton, the Cantona goal.
Burst the net.
Yeah, but you're only like 3 though to choose from.
Yeah,
and you chose Van de Beek.
And well, that's
you want to try and keep it a little bit different to what.
Yeah, and you've got to get Donny in there for a start, so you've only got 2 to choose from.
And then you've got to get Mason in there, so then you've only got 1.
But no, you're right, Joe. He's just one of those players. It's a timeless player. I mean, he played on till he was 40. Don't forget West Ham.
Yeah. No, he finished at Colchester. He went to Portsmouth after. Well, Portsmouth, then West Ham, and then
sorry, but and then but in his Premier League career, he finished at West Ham.
That's right. Oldest goal scorer ever.
Here's a question in the chat from I'm going to go with Aona Willow. Nice. Do you think people will figure? I'm going to ask someone other than Stu because I'm sick of hearing his opinions on number 9s. Benny, I'll ask you: do you think people figure out Cavani next season? Teams, not people. So maybe a tactical setup.
No.
Really?
Not really, no, because I think you can't really defend against clever movement sometimes. Cavani's got more in his locker than what people think, in my opinion. If it was that simple, everybody'd be able to mark with ease clever movement, somebody with a clever footballing brain. If you think half a second quicker than your opposition or your opposing defender, you've always got a chance. I don't think people are cotton on. It's not as simple as I don't know, mate.
I think the hardest
striker, but I've been a centre half, and I've had plenty of centre halves that always fought quicker than me. Centre forwards that fought quicker than me. Fucking hell, that's that split second, and if people have superb movement, just you think they've got them, and all of a sudden just ghosted behind you or just in front of you.
Let's ask a centre back, Slabhead.
I just knew that was coming.
You answered. You answered.
You replied.
Yeah.
You responded.
Kartik said Slabhead. That could have been to any of us, and you're the one who responded. So officially, you know it to be true.
I don't have much choice nowadays. I may as well change my name on Twitter and everything.
We need to have a bet. Right, hang on. How many likes do we have? Hang on.
Oh God!
Hang on. It's gonna happen.
I shouldn't have said that.
Hang on a minute. You know. Stu will tell you firsthand. I can make anything happen on this channel. Hang on. How many likes are we on?
Just say
we're
one
on
more.
10. Yeah. We're on 10.
Is that all?
All right.
Right. So I've liked it. We're on 11. Okay. If we get to 20 likes,
20, 15.
Connor has to change. I've got to be fair to him. If you get to 20 likes,
how about 12?
Connor, will you agree to changing your ad to @Slabhead?
For a period of time, I guess, yes.
From now until the end of humanity.
Yes.
Until we win the Europa League.
Ooh.
Well, 3 days. That's 4 days or so. So. Yeah.
We're in the conference.
Right, let me fucking tweet it. Hang on. Right. We have a
brilliant. You're a good sport, Colin.
Uncut bet. Here we go. Right. If the video reaches 20 likes, 9 more,
Oh, no, that's not, no.
8. I just liked it.
8. Okay.
Not
8
liking the video.
more. At DJ
7 now.
Conor Roberts will change his to at Slabhead. Hopefully there isn't already one there. Yes, there is. Shit. But we'll have to find something, right? What are you going to change it to?
Anything along those lines. I'll find a way.
Slabhead _ Connor. No, Connor.
No.
Slabhead. Go on, think of something.
It'd have to be Connor _ Slabhead, wouldn't it?
Slabhead
No,
lookalike.
No, he is.
No,
At
Slab
Slab-
underscore.
At Slabhead _ lookalike. That's what it's going to be. Right?
Great.
Right? Okay?
How about the one and only Slabhead or something?
Make it happen.
Look at Connor.
I need to meet Harry Maguire, you know. And
You do.
Well, even
You
better.
do, to be fair. You do.
Can
Well, do you not meet him every time you look in the mirror?
Well, Joe will be able to organise that for you now. He's gone on the million like thing.
Sorry, guys. I look. It's nice to come down with the peasants every so often. You know.
Yeah.
people actually
Hey,
suggest.
I'm at the way he calls us peasants, though. When he still catches the bus everywhere.
Yeah, but the bus catches me. I'll have you know about it.
Right, hang on, we're hearing
You
some
started some conversation here in the comments.
Slavasaurus.
Oh, that's good.
At Slabhead _ Central. The Slabhead Right, we've got to keep tabs on this because I need to check what
Is it me to answer about Cavani now then?
Yeah, go on, keep answering.
Now, what I would say, and as an ex-centre half, and actually, to be fair to Benny, he's right. You've got to make sure with Cavani, you keep him in your window. As long as you keep him in your window and you disrupt his play, then you'll have a chance against him. But he's too smart, he's too clever, and that'll be the main issue that defenders will have. It'll be interesting to see next season how he gets on with. And I think most of us would agree Van Dijk, before he got injured, was playing at a level above most centre-halves in the Premier League. Be interesting to see how he goes against, Van Dijk next season if he's back, and how Van Dijk's playing. Two similar-sized men, similar builds, so it'd be quite interesting to see how he goes against it. But as long as you keep him in your window and you can disrupt him somehow, which none of our centre-backs in the Premier League are good enough to do that. That's how you could deal with him.
Right, we're 6 likes away. Everyone in the comments, go over to Twitter, retweet the fuck out of what I just tweeted.
Pavement Slabhead.
And get more suggestions. I want more suggestions. We've got to choose a new Twitter handle for him by the end of this show.
I sent this video to my mates in a group chat and said, "Can you like the video before we went live?" I wasn't going to said that now.
Are they going to do it? Don't stop Slabhead. That's a good one. I like it.
Don't stop Slabhead.
All of you go retweet off United's latest tweet. We need to get these remaining 6 likes.
Oh dear me, you're in trouble, you are, Connor.
Andrew Wall just retweeted it. Fantastic stuff. Shout out to you, my mate.
Oh, I didn't think Andrew was going to do it. Come on.
We're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to find a way to extend this show until that happens. Right. What else did we discuss? Favorite shithouse moments, if any, of the season.
Oh, bollocks.
I've got one actually.
And no, you can't say me making Stu wear a Liverpool shirt.
Well, that was shithousery at its highest. Yeah.
That was
You bringing it on the show was shithousery.
Yes, it was. You're quite right. Yes, you're quite right.
Any shouts?
Yeah, Connor said he had one.
Yeah. Sorry, I've got one. It was the Spurs game again. Luke Shaw and Ollie in front of Mourinho.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was fantastic.
That was
that picture was just brilliant.
You know what made it even better about that picture was because Ollie's smile and his laugh. He was blurred in the picture, so it just makes you laugh when you look at it. Oh, that's a great moment, actually. What are the shithouse moments we had?
Our problem is we're too nice as a team, so we don't actually do that, do we? If you look at shithousery, you've got to really look at Son, haven't you? I mean, fucking hell.
He's not a shithouse. He's just shit.
Yeah, I mean that was just awful. That wasn't it? Terrible.
I'm trying to think. What else have we seen? Shithouse moment. Oh, you know what? Here's my favourite. right? It's a little bit of shithousery and just a little bit funny. You know, against Roma away, when Cavani goes over to Mason to help him out in the scrap.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. He comes over, he goes to scrap him. Mason watches him and just goes, I'll leave you to it.
I love that.
And he just walks off. It made me laugh so much. It's like, he's just run the length of the pitch to come and help you. Oh my God. Sorry, forget what I was about to say. Slabhousery. Slabhousery.
That's a good one, to be fair.
Right, hang on a minute. What's John on about? What? Will be interesting to see with Van Dijk. Usually, if you're out for a long time with injury, it can lead to 2 to 3 other injuries. Why are we talking about Van Dijk?
That was me bringing up Cavani, wasn't it, Van Dijk?
Oh, sorry. I was too busy trying to get likes on the video. I'm trying to run a channel here, Stu. 16 likes. We need 4 more.
Mine says 20 for some reason.
Does it? Oh, you know what? Let me refresh it, and maybe it'll say 20.
Oh, 17. It's gone up to 17.
It's about to be 18. I'm doing all my burner accounts.
Benny, get Nat and John to do it.
Yeah. Is that shithousery? Is what shithousery?
And Matt to do it as well, Benny.
Yeah.
Right, while we're here, while we're talking favourite moments of the season, comment, and everyone on this panel at the minute, tell us your favourite moment on All for United. Let's go with that, because we've had a few good moments this season.
I know mine straight off.
We'll go with the top 3 if possible, because I know we'll remember more than the comments. Plus, it buys us more time to get the 20 likes. Oh my God, we're on 19. Right, keep talking.
It's going to happen.
Connor, tell us your favourite All for United moment.
Do you know, I'm 3 that one was my very first show because, you know, it was enjoyable. I can't remember who was on it. I don't think anyone who was on it is still on the channel now, but first show. The Burnley game when we wanted to go top of the league, Karthik, I think it was me, you, Abdul. I can't remember who else was on it. There was a few of it, but the atmosphere on that show was just brilliant at the time. Because obviously we just got on top of the league, everything was great, and we thought we could really go for a title push. And also the very first Uncut that I was on a few weeks ago was just fantastic.
Lads.
Luxembourg is a legendary moment.
That
Uncut was incredible. That was
top tier legendary moment, though, that one. Top tier.
That is top tier.
Well, I'm glad ye fucking enjoyed it. I'm going to be enjoying calling one of you Slabosaurus Rex.
Slabosaurus Rex.
Strange as it seems, one of my favourite moments, strange as it seems, was when was the Liverpool shirt debacle.
Of course it was, because you're a fucking Scouser.
I got that was that. Yeah, to me, I mean, I love banter.
Yo, I'm tweeting that. Hang on.
Yeah, I love banter. So that was that was good. I thought it was done in good spirits, and everybody took it in the way it was supposed to be taken. So I like that.
Yeah, with a fence.
Yeah. Obviously, my very first show, and I can't remember who was on that with me either. Joe was on my very first show.
Was it Wall of Reds, was it?
Wall of Reds, yeah. And any Uncut I've done, because I just love Uncut.
Yeah, where's my credit for that, by the way, Ben Pearce? Yeah, I came up with it. Everyone loves Uncut.
Uncut is so much fun. Wall of Reds and Uncut are my favourite shows.
Stu, do you remember a few weeks ago you laughing at my very first shirt on Uncut? That's got to be up there.
It's gone from my display now, but yeah.
Do you know your very first shirt, Beckham? It scored one of my favourite goals in that shirt against West Ham. The chip at the edge of the
yeah, look at that. He's wearing a Liverpool shirt.
I don't know if you remember it, Connor, but it was like a first-time lob of the goalkeeper.
I've seen it recently, but
yeah, and he was in that. That shirt. Yeah, well, that shirt still.
Do you reckon they had to scrimp and scrape for an inside-out one like we had to?
Well,
they wouldn't have done pal, no.
Okay, it was a warm day. It was a warm day as well, wasn't it? That day.
My favourite moment.
Do you know what my favourite moment was, though? Was the first protest and meeting.
You know what? That's a big shout. Yeah.
Good shout.
As well as my first show, obviously, that I did. And obviously working with the women's channel as well. I've got to give them a shout out, because otherwise, if I wasn't working for them, I would never found my way on here. I don't think, maybe I would have done eventually, but definitely when we all went to the first protest, met up with a few of yous, That was pretty special, and hopefully we can all meet up soon as a big group.
So. Well, except
something that
somebody.
isn't a protest.
Mr. United stand up there.
I want to point out I have not mentioned that show once. Okay.
No. Do you know one other thing I thought was brilliant? That first Uncut that you did at Luxembourg, it was the Thierry Henry as well, when Karthik kept bringing it up.
And the Mbappe crying picture.
Yeah, that was brilliant, that was. The Declan Rice ribbon, that always goes down well. Declan Rice, yeah.
Fuck Declan Rice. In case I haven't said it before and it isn't, going on my gravestone, but fuck that guy.
So we're saying the general consensus is the birth of Uncut is the best moment of the season on All United.
You can say that. We can disagree. Here,
all I'm hearing is 3 people have said it.
Kartik, put the get it down to 4 names for Slabby here next door, and we'll put it to a poll, and whichever one wins the poll. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
There's only one.
We've hit 20 likes.
We're there.
Let's take 4 comments right now. Spam all your ideas for Connor. Spam it. And when I say spam it, I mean spam the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Andrew's chatting shit in the comments. We don't have.
We do a quick poll, and then whoever wins, will be the new answer. So everyone spam the chat right now with your ideas, and we'll pick the best 3. Until then,
around 20.
21.
Until then, someone fill dead space while I do all this tweeting.
Okay, guys, what is your favorite thing about me?
The fact that you're fucking off, you dick.
Please, orderly queue. Hello, dinner. Nothing on. Hi.
Am I getting feedback again?
What do we think of? We discussed Cavani in great depth, and he's going to be our main guy next season. I think that seems to be fairly obvious. Where do we think we are most Are we sticking with the McFred? Is that going to be our starting center sitting in front? No, we don't want it, but is that what's going to happen?
It can't be.
But what is leading you to change your mind on that? I think the only reason that would change, and I think it has to change, because I think he's making allowances that don't need to be there by having 2. I will say I much prefer Scott McTominay to Fred. I think he's got a goal scoring knack about him. I think he has a lot more to his game than Fred. Fred can't pass. Fred can't tackle. Fred can't score. Fred can't do anything except just break up play. So I think if you get someone who can do the same thing that you want McTominay and Fred to do, which I think unfortunately is in Wilfred Ndidi, not anyone else from West Ham, you can have Pogba sitting further back into midfield where he's more comfortable. I know they have him out on the left now, and then you have Bruno sitting in front of him. Then you've got, I think, more entirely, and you're being less cautious.
I think Oli wants to. Do you remember one of his? The first couple of seasons he was playing 5 at the back against the bigger teams. Then it progressed to 4, and then it was McTominay.
That's right, actually. Yeah.
So I think maybe he does want to progress to just one CDM, and then you got Pogba and then Bruno sitting in front. I think that is the way he wants to go. But at the moment, because let's not be, as much as we don't like McTominay and Fred, it has kind of worked in the bigger games this season. We've been very, I say unlucky lightly, but in some of the bigger games, we've just struggled to score.
Unfortunately, and I think that's where Sancho comes in. And I think, for me, I think Sancho is the most important thing, because we are, in every single game we've ever played in, we are creating opportunities. Do you know what I mean? But they're just not quality enough for Cavani, no, I'm not giving Martial that credit, because he's missed so many guilt-edged opportunities that, I'm not giving him that. But the likes of Greenwood, the likes of Rashford, Rashford's wasting them as well. But we'll say for Cavani, who's a clinical finisher, we're not getting him the quality he deserves to be putting them away. So I think Sancho is if we get him, I think because people already see him as United's player, I think the fact that he will be coming to us, I think, is being slightly understated of what he can bring to us. And I think we are going to be a far better team with him in our lineup than anyone else.
I've caught up. I'm sure you're talking about very sensible.
It's my blue eyes, which is people's favorite thing about
I'm going to set the poll for 10 minutes. Now, I need my 3 suggestions for the handle. What are we saying? And someone needs to check whether they're available in the meantime, by the way. Joe, we'll hear the suggestions. You check whether these handles are available.
Okay, dokie.
I do like
Slabhousery.
Slabhousery.
I like
Slabhousery.
I do like
No, I don't want Slabhousery because that makes you sound sick. Slab House. We're going to go with.
What else was it? I quite like
No, that's taken.
doorstop
Slab House is taken.
Slab House is taken. I'll
Slabhousery,
DM me. You got 0 followers and 0 following.
What about the slab out of hell?
What?
Slab out of hell.
Slab out of hell? No,
Too nice. Too nice.
guys, it's I'm on my pills, so
It's back out of hell, but slab out of hell, yeah.
It's too nice. What were we saying? Slab. What about slab_head?
Slab _ head. That seems like it would be done. Let me just check. Slab _ HEAD.
While you're doing that, guys.
Yes, that's gone.
Point to that.
What about _slabhead?
Go ahead, Stu. You make your point.
I just want to make a point about McFred, actually. And there is this a bit of a misconception that it works because 9 out of 10 times they get bailed out by Fernandez. They get bailed out by, I'm going to say it, Greenwood or a Cavani or a Rashford. We tend to get bailed out a lot, and we never win the midfield game. If we were just to play, within the middle third of the pitch, we never win that battle. We've never won it. We're not dynamic enough for there. And so, and I've said this before, by the way, that a holding midfielder, it is just a break-up play. You're a disruptor. That's all you do. You're just a disruptor. You win the ball, you knock it off. And I think that I actually believe it. You're right. I think Ollie does want to go to a single holding midfield play, and that would free up Pogba. But I would bring in another creative midfielder and push Bruno up behind Cavani alongside one other. I wouldn't go with the standard 3.
Are we going with your fucking formation again here, Stu?
It's fluid. It's
Right.
fluid formation.
Stop talking football, Stu. Right.
All right, sorry.
Stu's got a book at home where he's going through all his plays or all his formations. He sits up at night before he goes to sleep religiously.
I've got 2 out of 3, and I know these are available. I've got at Slabhead Official.
Yeah.
That's 3,
available. Yeah.
Oh,
And
my
I've got at I am Slabhead.
So
We need a third one.
what is it? I am Slabhead.
Slabosaurus.
Slabosaurus. We'll put check Slabosaurus.
Slabosaurus.
No, shut up. We're not letting you talk football. Joe, check whether Slabosaurus is available.
What about slab-ass crabs?
Oh my god!
I can't. How do you spell Slabosaurus?
I think it was SLABASAURUS.
Something like that. Yeah.
It's grand. I've run out of letters and it's not there, so we're grand with that.
Right, cool. Right, I'm going to post it now.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go off Twitter for 4 days.
No.
Because that means you have to get a tattoo of it on your forehead.
Right, the poll is up. Everyone in the comments, the poll is now up. Everyone go vote.
Oh,
The
well,
3 options are at Slabhead Official, at I am Slabhead, and at Slabosaurus. You have 10 minutes to vote. And now, Stu, you fucking psychopath, you've got 10 minutes to talk about football. Go.
I was just as Benny was saying, I don't have a playbook now, but the thing about, and I have said this before, the thing about formations, you can talk about 4-2-3-1 till you're blue in the face. You never have a set formation when you're playing a game of football for 90 minutes.
Yeah,
it just changes constantly, and we need more fluidity. And Ollie's biggest issue this season has been we're too predictable.
I have a question for Stu that I want to ask him that has nothing to do with any of this. Was there any time in Sir Alex Ferguson's tenure, and be honest, don't lie, because if you lie, baby Jesus dies.
Okay.
He's already dead.
He doesn't know that.
He's died and come back.
Was there any time post 1990 where you were like, I think his time is up?
Post 1990, I don't think.
As in when he won the FA Cup and then the win started coming. Was there any time when you were like,
no? And I'll tell you why. No, and I'll tell you why. And he was struggling. He was struggling. I mean, people say Mark Robbins, the header, saved him. But I watched an interview, and bear in mind, we'd lived through the Ron Atkinson era. We'd lived through the Dave Sexton era.
Yeah.
And as great, no, but as good a coach Dave Sexton was, and he was an outstanding coach. Yeah. Very similar to Steve McLaren, an outstanding coach, but not a great manager. Sexton was the same. And Ron Atkinson, he came with a lot of flamboyance, bronze god and all that kind of nonsense. Yeah. And he did okay for us. But Fergie gave an interview after Aberdeen won the Scottish Cup.
Yeah.
They won the game 2-0.
Against Madrid.
No, the Scottish Cup.
Oh, Scottish Cup against Real Madrid, yeah.
Yeah, he gave an interview, and he was absolutely fuming with the way that they played. The way
against Rangers, that's right.
Yeah. And he said the only way you can understand why they played so bad is to get into their brains. And that always stuck with me, because when you're managing a team with that psyche, when you've got that psyche to manage a team like that nothing is ever good enough. Yeah. There's only one way you're going to go, and that is up. And Fergie had broken the dominance in Scotland between Rangers and Celtic. We all know that.
Still the last manager to win outside of the Old Firm.
Correct. And we all felt as fans, and bearing in mind when he came down, I was 16 when he came down. We all felt as fans that he needed to be given a chance, and I didn't subscribe to the theory that Mark Robbins saved his bacon.
But what I'm asking more so, Stu, was when we went 3 years without a title, which is the longest he went outside of pre-1990. Was there any time there when we won an FA Cup? We don't think we won a League Cup. We didn't really win anything for 3 years. Where you were like, is this because he 2002 he said Sven, fucking thank God that never happened. Sven Goran Eriksson was going to take over, but like that was all sort of was there no part of your mind?
Didn't bother me, because you're talking about a different era. I grew up in a different era to today's fans. Today's fans have been spoiled about we were winning. We won 13 Premier League titles. We hadn't won it for 30 years. I said 26 years. Sorry, by the time we'd won it. I'd never seen that. I'd just seen FA Cup wins. Yeah.
But in the year when you from 2002 till 2005, were you a bit like maybe no?
No, never bother me. No, never bother me, because there's more to management than and this is going to sound strange, but if you really know football, you've played football, there's more to management sometimes than winning. Yeah. It's what you get out of the team. And Fergie, if you look at Wenger to an extent.
Yeah.
No modern day manager, and I'm talking about Guardiola here, the fucking so-called fucking messiah. Absolutely bollocks. Fergie built three teams in his tenure. 3 teams, 3 different teams. He got rid of some big players. Yeah. Guardiola couldn't do that. No fucking chance. Klopp couldn't do that. It's a different era.
Would you agree with me? And this is kind of across the board. I put up a tweet the other day. And I don't think Arsene Wenger gets the credit he deserves for what he did at Arsenal. Yeah. If he left, he would have got a lot more. But my rankings for the greatest Premier League managers of all time are Ferguson, Wenger, Guardiola, Mourinho, and then fifth person. I don't know who my fifth person is.
Let me tell you something about Wenger. Wenger changed the whole ethos.
Everything. He made Ferguson better.
Yeah, he changed the whole ethos. Yeah. And let me tell you why I don't rate Guardiola. He's and Connor, I know you're a massive F1 fan. I work in motorsport, as you know, but you will kind of agree with me here, and I know you will, because you understand motorsport. Lewis Hamilton and Guardiola are the same. See, Hamilton has always been in a winning car. When he was at McLaren, they were a winning car. When he's been in Mercedes, it's been a winning car. Guardiola, winning Barcelona team, winning Bayern Munich team, winning Man City team. They've never gone. I would love Hamilton, and I'm using Hamilton as an analogy because it really does fit. I would love Hamilton to go to someone like Williams and develop Williams and see what you can do at Williams, see how good you are without the machinery. And I'd like to see Guardiola go somewhere like Arsenal, as it happens, somewhere like Arsenal, and see if you can redevelop them. Instead of going to your top teams all the time, go somewhere different.
But I would say, no, for me, I would disagree with you on Guardiola on that thing, because the reason he goes there, okay, is because they have the structure in place, but it's about maintaining that and also making them better. And he does that with every team he's ever been at, you know?
He does, but you're already at an echelon.
Yeah.
And it's easy, when you're at this high echelon, it's easy to kick on. If you're at a lower echelon, it's very difficult to build. And that's what I would like to see.
Yeah. I don't think he needs to. You know, he's earned the right.
Why am I getting grief?
I don't know. It just came up on my screen. I can't really control it.
What was it? Oh, yeah. Sorry. I
have no idea what you've been talking about for the last 5 minutes. I'm not going to lie.
Do you get what I mean, though, Connor? I mean, you're a massive F1 fan, because I see you talking about it.
Oh God, yeah, I totally agree. And it goes back to the old thing: is these top people. Again, I'll use the Hamilton thing. I want competition. When competition arises, they can't stop moaning about it, and they're constantly looking for excuses. So,
just to let you know, mate, you're not far off having Slavosaurus as your ass.
Oh God! Do you know what? It's my mate who suggested that. I'm gonna kill him.
But you're right though, Connor, and I would like somebody like Guardiola to do, because Fergie took a massive risk when he came down to England, took a huge reputational risk, and I don't think players will do that. And I spoke about Harry Kane the other day. I would like to see him have some ambition rather than take the path of least resistance. You know, but modern day sport doesn't. Well, it allows it, but modern day sports people are so kind of, I've got to be the best or whatever. And I think Alan Shearer is probably the epitomizes what a true football is about.
And Matt Letizia.
Yeah, and Matt Letizia, yeah, because he could have come to us.
Yeah.
And gone on and won 2 or 3 or 4 titles, but went to his hometown club. So that's the only reason I would say that about Guardiola, Joe. I'm not saying he's not, he's a bad manager, because he clearly isn't.
Yeah.
But I would like to just see him with his back against the wall and just see what he could do.
No, I would say because he went to Barcelona and kind of revolutionized that club and made them into what they are now, but the other day, a couple of years ago. And then Bayern Munich, obviously, maybe didn't take them to the next level, but did a lot of great things with them. And then with City, has taken to the next level where they weren't consistently. They were winning every other year, whatever you want to say, like 2 years, whatever it was, but took them to twice in a row, and then or 3 times in 4 years, plus winning loads of world trophies. I think he is the third best for the fact that he just, although he has all the resources in the world, like look at Mourinho United, he had all the money he could spend and he ruined it. You know, it's very easy to just fall apart. Well, Klopp, I wouldn't even have him in the top 10.
No, as I say, Joe, I don't disagree with you. And this is the beauty of football, isn't it? We all see things differently, and I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I listened to Benny talk about the women's game, and I don't know enough about the women's game. And I watch his show because I'm learning slowly a bit more about the women's game, and I'm trying to understand it a bit more. And that's maybe that's how it needs to be now. I don't know.
I think so. Yeah.
I think Stu, just jumping on the back of what you said earlier about younger fans. I think I've been lucky enough to see the United way already. I saw it on Friday yesterday.
Decent.
Yes.
I'm not going to say anything that's in it.
No, I'm not asked about that. But we're done. The poll's done.
Oh, no.
I can now reveal the results. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen. I actually need to speak.
Is that a fucking drill?
I'm doing a fucking drum roll, you bastards.
That doesn't sound like a drum. Right, anyway. Right then, ladies and gentlemen.
How long has the poll been up for?
It's been up for 5 minutes.
10 hours. 10 hours.
For 10 minutes, sorry.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. In 10 minutes, there were a total of 48 votes.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
In third
That's
place.
one every 30 seconds.
In third place, with 25% of the votes, was at I Am Slabhead. Are you happy about missing out on that one? Would you rather have had that one, Connor?
I think that's probably the weakest out of the 3.
Yeah, okay. In second place...
This is more fun than the Eurovision, I'm being honest here.
Yes.
In second place, with 35% of the votes, which one do you want it to be, Connor?
Do you know what? I don't want it to be Slavasaurus because my mate suggested it and he won't shut up about it if it is that.
I want it to be that. I do.
That one.
I can reveal that by 5%, Connor's new Twitter handle will be @SlabheadOfficial. We love to see it. Congratulations on your new Twitter. Just for proof to that people don't think I'm making it up. Here we
You
go.
should have made it up. You should have got Slabosaurus.
You should have
I
got
know, I probably
Slabosaurus
should have, but I'm nicer than that. So, Connor, if you would like to please change that right now live on camera, I will put you on full screen so you can show us all.
I'm trying to change it now. Hang on.
You need to have the S as capital and the O as capital, please.
Hang on. Can you bring? Can somebody type it out? How
It's on the banner.
Oh, it is.
Slabhead official.
Slabhead.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
I can. It's great.
Can you because you fall for something every week.
What if we don't win on Wednesday?
Then you're there until we win the Europa League.
You've actually got to keep it until we win the Europa League.
And not the Champions League, not anything, the Europa League.
Are you sure? There must be a spelling mistake in that because it's saying it's too long. So
What?
No, it's there.
OFFICIL.
Oh, it's OFF.
Is it too long? Oh, you're having an absolute laugh. Right, we've got to try Slabhead off.
Yeah.
No, try Slabosaurus.
No. Yeah, we'll go to the second place. Slabosaurus.
How are you spelling that? So can you bring a comment up or something about it?
Yes, I can. 1 second.
Oh,
There you go.
brilliant.
In a rapid turn of events,
Welcome.
Connor is now Slabosaurus.
Is this your mate then? Is it TCO?
Capital
Yes,
S. Capital S.
Username has already been taken.
What?
What?
Oh, who's done that?
Right, we're not giving
Slabosaurus Rex. Slabosaurus Rex.
No, not Slabosaurus Rex. It can't be Slabosaurus Rex.
Do you know?
Right, you know what? Try the third one. Try the third one.
Oh, no.
I am Slabhead.
I am Slabhead.
No capitals, just I am Slabhead.
Joe, I thought you fact checked these.
I did.
When while they're talking, Benny,
For the show.
how come you had to pre-record your show, Benny?
Oh, that one worked.
So I had,
Does it work?
it was my brother's birthday, so
Yes. Show us. Hang on. Show us your phone.
Oh, is it gonna?
I can't see that.
I know it's not gonna focus. But
Right. Confirm it. Confirm it.
Well, we'll just go on Twitter and find out, won't we?
Yeah, exactly. Everyone, go check right now. We need to go investigate.
It's fucking changed.
I might be following Connor. Let's have a quick look.
Yes, it's changed.
Hold on.
You can have
I am Slabhead.
Yeah. I love it. We love to see it. He is now.
You've got to put it on screen, Connor.
There we go. It is here for you all to see. Let me put myself on full screen.
I am.
Everyone go and
Slabhead.
follow at I am Slabhead.
Brilliant.
It looks even better than
Brilliant.
what a Slabhead official would have done. BTEC Slabhead. We'd love to see it.
It's
And then
live.
that absolute bombshell. We're gonna leave it at that. That was Alfie and I Uncut. This is probably the best thing I've ever created. And you know what? I'm so proud of it. And to be honest, it's given me a good laugh in a time where I probably need a laugh. So cheers for coming on. Cheers everyone for joining us. And of course, I must end it on typical fashions. Right, everyone like the video first, comment the video, comment what you thought, comment, and everyone go follow I am Slabhead. That needs changing, by the way, on screen, Connor. Can you please change it right now? Oh, no, you can't do it right
No,
now.
I can't. For the next show, I think it's next week. I'm on. So.
That's fine. We'll sort it. So, like the video, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And, of course, next week, wait, no, we've got Wall of Reds first, so make sure to join them for that tomorrow.
Do we? Tomorrow? No, we're doing. Oh wait, I'm not doing that one. It's at 6 o'clock.
No, you're not. You're not.
Oh
yeah,
that's great. Yeah.
Make sure to join them for that. And of course, next week we are doing a live watch along for the Europa League final. So make sure to join us. I'm not sure what the structure of the show is going to be yet, but I will be involved. Everyone will be involved. We're all going to be watching the final. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. They're streaming it live on YouTube, so you can have us on both tabs. So don't miss out on that. And of course, when we're talking about the Europa League final, I have to tell you all to please prepare yourselves. Get through this dull Sunday of, final game of the season, this, that, and nonsense. And then when it's done, tune your heads and get yourselves ready. Get the beers out, get the bevs
1 second.
out. What you want, Joe?
No, I just Solskjaer has a great quote from his press conference. It's like I'm like Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber. You know, you're telling me there's a chance, so we still hope we're giving him a chance as much Maguire as much as possible, even though it's getting slimmer. I just really like that. So you're telling me there's a chance? I love that.
There is a chance, and you know what else there's a chance of? There's a chance that we're going to become on Wednesday night officially at about 10 p.m. British Standard Time. Sorry, it's British Summer Time. Sorry, British Summer Time. That we will be. Everyone, listen. Everyone, say it with me. Europa League champions of the world. Europa League champions of the fucking world. See you in a minute.